Alright, this is Module 3, Lesson 8, 5th grade, homework help. Doing this before school, so this is going to look a little different than it does other times. I won't be giving you the bonus word or showing you what we did in class because we haven't done it in class just yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so today we are going to add or subtract whole numbers. Okay, let me get to the objective. I forgot to copy that. Here we go. I will add fractions to and subtract fractions from whole numbers using equivalence and the number line as strategy. So that's what we're doing today. And let's look at this first one. Now, this first one says 5 plus 1 and 7/8. Now the lesson has us draw a number line and then jump from the 0 to the 5 to add 5. Now, for me, I would just start off at the 5. Okay, so after we start off at the 5, what we're going to do is add 1. That's this part. Okay, so that's a plus 1. And then we are going to cut this between the 6 and the 7 into 8s. So there's halves. Here's fourths, and here's eighths. Okay, and now we're going to add the 7/8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 7/8. So that gives us 6 and 7/8. It's fairly simple to see, but we want you to get the idea behind it so that when we get to more difficult ones, you'll understand what's happening. Alright, so that's addition. Let's look at the subtraction one. Again, we can draw something that goes all the way to 0, but I already know that I'm not going to go between 1 and 0, because in order for me to go between 1 and 0, I'm going to have to do 3 minus 2. And 1 3/4 is less than 2. So it's not going to be less than 1. Alright, either way you draw it, I'll show it both ways. So here we're going to actually start off at the 3, and we're going to subtract 1. Now some of you might be going, why subtract 1? Okay, so we're going to do this 1 3/4, excuse me, and we're basically decomposing it to 1 3/4. So the first thing we're going to subtract is the 1, and then we're going to subtract the 3/4. Alright, so there we subtracted the 1, and now we're going to divide this, or cut this into fourths, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to subtract 3/4 here. Okay, and so that lands us here at the 1 1/4. Okay, so our answer is 1 1/4. Now some of you can see the answer right away. You can go 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 minus 3/4. Okay, some of you can figure that out, and I get that, but we're trying to show it on a number line to cement it in our head how it looks. So again, I'll go ahead and do it here. We're going to minus 1. We're going to break this into fourths. 1, 2, 3. So I'm minusing 3/4. And that is 1 1/4 right there. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and take another one. Here we have 7 3/8 plus 4. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start it from 7. We already have a 7. So I know I'm going to add 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. And then I'm going to add some more. So I'm going to have to go to 12. So 7 plus 4 equals 11. And then I have to add at least one more. Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. and I have to add at least one more, 12. Okay, so again, I have to go and add 4. Okay, you might be going, wait, it's 7 and 3/8. You're right, it's 7 and 3/8. But watch what happens if I decompose this again to 7 plus 3/8 plus 4. I can change that to 7 plus 4 plus 3/8. And that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm adding the 4 to the 7, and then I'm adding the 3/8. So again, I'm going to cut this into halves, and then the halves into fourths, and then the fourths into eighths. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, sorry, or 3/8. I was looking at the other problem. 1, 2, 3. So we land here at 11 and 3/8. Okay, so our answer here is 11 and 3/8. It's easy to see if you really look at it. It's just 7 plus 4, and then the 3/8 goes here. Want you to understand this, so when we get into more complicated things, because we're going to be adding some mixed numbers and subtracting mixed numbers from mixed numbers. But this time we have just whole numbers. All right, so here we go again. There's another subtraction, and this time we're going to have it in 4. 4 is the first number, so I'm going to start off with my 4 right here. All right, now I know that 4 minus 2 equals 2, and I'm going to subtract one more, and that's going to tell me that I should go up to the number 1. So there's 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, why did I subtract one more? Well, I have 3/7, and that's less than 1. So it's going to be in between right here, my answer. Okay, so again, we're going to subtract 2. That's the first thing we're going to do. And then we are going to break this up into 7s. So that's 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections. All right, so now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And I minus 3/7. And that lands us at 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4/7. So our answer is 1 and 4/7. Now if you want to check this, you can go 2 and 3/7 plus 1 and 4/7. Well, if we do the whole numbers, then we have 3, and then we go 3/7 plus 4/7, and we know that this is 7/7. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. Okay, that's our backwards check for subtraction. All right, so let's give you a couple more. Here we have 2 minus 1 and 5/8, so it's basically 2 minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to go to 0 on this one, so I'm going to go 2, 1, 0. All right, so I'm going to go from 2 to 1, and then I'm going to break this into 8s, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1 and 3/8. Okay. Oh, sorry, not 1. Sorry, it's just 3/8. Okay. Whew, caught that mistake. So we're 3/8. Again, we can check it because it's a subtraction problem. 1 plus 5/8 plus 3/8. These two will give me 8/8. So it's 1 plus 1 equals 2. All right, so now we're going to do 5 plus 5 and 2/5. Oh no, we're doing here two numbers. Okay, so here again, we're going to go 5 plus 2 plus 2/5 plus 3/5. Oh my gosh, I already see it, don't you? These two equal 5/5, so it's actually adding one more. So it's 5 plus 2 plus 1. So that's going to be 8. I already know my answer is going to be 8. But let's show it. 1, we're going to put the 5 there. Then we're going to add 1, 2, so that's 6, 7. And then we're going to add an 8 here. So I'm going to do this part first. Add 2. I'm at number 7. Okay. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's breaking it up into fifths. So I'm going to add 2 first. 1, 2. So that's plus 2/5, which I got right here. Then I'm going to add 3/5. 1, 2, 3. And that leaves me at 8. So my answer is 8. That's plus 3/5. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see. Should have lowered it. I didn't realize I was going to get that close. So first we added the 2/5, which was our yellow here. And then afterwards we added 3/5 more. 1, 2, 3. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/5, which equals 1. All right. Okay, here we go. Again, we're going to start off at 18. Oh, sorry. On this side. And it's going to minus 15. Oh, this is a really hard one. So I really have to be careful here. 18 minus 15. So I'm going to have to be very close. 17, 16. All right. I know that 18 minus 15 is going to give me 3, and then I'm going to subtract one more, and that's going to give me 2. So I have to go all the way to 2. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Whew, I'm not going to make it. All right, so let me do this again. We have 18 minus 15 and 3/4. I'm going to do a longer line. All right, we're going to go 18, 17, 16, you don't need me to do that. You know what I'm doing. You can see it. It's going to take a long time. I'm going to get through this. Again, I got stuck here, but this time I can erase. Give myself a little more room. Then I have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I can stop at the 2. So this is going to be a little hard to see. I'm going to minus 15, so hopefully you know that that's 3. Minus 15. And then in here, I'm going to break this up into 3/4. Or fourths, and then subtract 1, 2, 3. And that gives me 2 1/4. So my answer to this one is 2 1/4. You can think about it this way. 18, and you're going to minus 16. Why do I minus 16? Because if we round it, we're going to round it to 16. because 15 and 3/4 is close to 16, or just rounding it up anyway. That's going to give me 2. Okay, but I am subtracting less than 1 extra here. So that means it's going to be greater than 2. All right. One last one. I'm going to do this really quick for you. I'm going to show you a little shortcut. 16 plus 18 is equal to 34. All right. So I'm going to go 0 here, and then I'm going to go 34 here. So we're going to jump here, and we're going to pretend this is, oops, sorry. We're going to do this as 16, and we're going to jump to 34, and we're going to say that's plus 18. And then we're going to do 35 here, and we're going to break this into 6s. There's my thirds. Half of thirds are 6s. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have the 5/6. So my answer is 34 and 5/6. Let me do that a little neater. All right, 34 and 5/6. Someone might be asking, how do I know that's 5/6? Because this is 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, and that's 5/6. All right. Now again, we know that 16 plus 18 gives me the 34, and then I just add my 5/6, and that will give me 34 and 5/6. Again, it seems fairly simple for me. I hope it's simple for you. I'll go ahead and give you the bonus word. Again, I'm not going to say it out loud. Or excuse me, I'm not going to write it. I'm just going to say it. Today's word is robot. And I'm going to robotics vex today, so I have robot on the head. Robot. May the force be with you. Do your best.